There are better ways to keep cool. Call KS Services and receive a new Bryant unit with no payments and no interest for 18 months. Stay cool now and pay later. Visit callks.com for more.
Here's your weather video for this Sunday, September 6th. I'm meteorologist Bill Murray. Here was the headline in the Birmingham News on September 6th, 1925, the day after Alabama's hottest day in history. On September 5th, 1925, 112 degrees at Centerville still stands as the hottest reading ever observed in the state of Alabama. On September 5th, it was 106 at Birmingham. That tied the all-time record for the second day in a row. 110 at Clanton. Demopolis was 108 at Gadsden, 105 at Tuscaloosa, 104 at Montgomery and Coleman. In fact, every major reporting station in the state of Alabama reported 100 degrees that day, a feat that has never been repeated in the state's history. There was a severe drought simultaneously in East Alabama. Large streams ran dry, fish died, drinking water had to be hauled 30 miles in many areas over the eastern part of the state. And it was part of the hottest week in Birmingham history, the hottest 7-day period ever in our history. That was going on back on this date in 1925. Now, look into the tropics. Very interesting. Still continues to be active, but the energy over the entire season has still been very low. We've had, of course, a really major hurricane hit southwestern Louisiana, and a lot of storms. We've already written Omar off, last advisory written by the National Hurricane Center yesterday. We're probably going to see Paulette and Renee this week coming out of these systems. Now, let's take them one by one here. System number one there, between the islands and Africa, has a really high chance, according to the National Hurricane Center. The models agree with that. I think it'll probably become a tropical depression later today or tonight. Probably a tropical storm tomorrow. The second system, well, really, the second system's over the Caribbean. It doesn't seem to have much of a chance of developing, but we'll keep an eye on it. The third system, coming off the coast of Africa now, probably will also develop. And another system further back over the continent of Africa will also develop as it gets out over the Atlantic. But the good news is it looks like those systems may all recurve. There's some fear that the high-pressure ridge over the Atlantic will build back to the west and steer them back toward the United States, at least one of them. But that doesn't look likely at this time. This is the upper air pattern across the United States at this time. Big ridge over the Pacific Northwest, high pressure over much of the southern tier states, large low pressure over Canada. Now that's going to change in coming days. A huge, very sharp trough is going to develop over the northern plains, Rockies. This is going to bring some really amazing temperature changes. 94 today at Denver. It's going to be in the 30s all day on Tuesday with snow heavy at times. Similar stories across much of the Rockies. Wyoming, some places will get 8 to 12 inches of snow, 4 to 8 inches across parts of Colorado, 2 to 4 inches over into western Nebraska and western Kansas. So really amazing. We'll be in the 50s, not here, but in Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Missouri by Wednesday. We'll be cooler for the weekend because of this system, but nothing like that here, at least not anytime soon. Now, here's today, dry across Alabama. High pressure remains in charge. We're in good shape. It will be another hot day after a refreshing start, starting off in the lower and middle 60s, few 50s in the normally colder locations in North Alabama. We'll warm into the upper 80s to near 90 across much of the area today. Those dew points will be slowly rising. Dew points today starting off in the 50s, but they're going to be in the 60s by this evening as our moisture levels slowly begin to sort of moderate. Now, by tomorrow, more of the same. High pressure still in charge. Mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. High temperatures topping out near 90 degrees. Tuesday, more of the same. Maybe a little moisture returning. That high pressure begins to slide off to the east. We get a return flow out of the south. You can see all the snow there over Colorado on the backside of that large rain shield moving into the plain states and Midwest. But here in Alabama, we're still dry. High temperatures near 90. Wednesday, moisture starting to encroach sort of from all sides. We could see a shower over central Alabama Wednesday afternoon. Better chance maybe to the south. But you can see that trough beginning to press to the east, frontal system pushing on out with it. And by Thursday, you can really see that front pushing into the Arklatex, showers and thunderstorms fairly widespread over Alabama and the southeast as moisture levels really start to shoot up ahead of that approaching trough. The effect of the moisture being pulled out of the Gulf by the trough and by the high pressure to the east. Now, by Friday, a very sharp front will be moving through Alabama. Now, not sharp like we're going to see Tuesday and Wednesday, but we will see cooler conditions behind it. Showers and thunderstorms will be a good chance of them, at least, along the front on Friday as it pushes through Alabama. But by Saturday, that front is to the east, upper level low to the north. It should stay far enough to the north not to give us any problems. But we dry out for Saturday, and it turns much cooler. Sunday, more the same, dry and cooler. And here the temperature is off the European. We're topping out around 90 degrees, as we talked about in the midweek. A little cooler for Thursday and Friday with those showers and thunderstorms in the area. And then much cooler for the weekend with middle and upper 70s. That'll be just about perfect. Overnight lows in the middle and upper 50s. And a reinforcing shot comes in there on about day 10 on that Tuesday the 15th, giving us maybe highs even in the upper or the lower 70s. Now, Weather Brains, we're going to be talking to our friend Matt Lanza from Houston. He's been through a lot of disasters in Houston since he moved there a few years ago. We'll be talking about Laura, of course, and lots of other things on Weather Brains, the weekly netcast that's all about weather. Catch us Monday night. If you can, live on YouTube or on the .2 channel, or live at live.bigbrainsmedia.com, or you can get us anywhere you consume a podcast, Apple, Stitcher, any of those great places that you check out podcasts. That's where you can find Weather Brains, the longest running weather podcast. Well, that's your weather video for this Sunday, September 6th. I'll be back next Sunday, and until then, I'll have notes on the blog, an update on the forecast for you coming up at noon today, and any updates that are necessary throughout the day. Otherwise, James will be back for 2 days all week. Scott will be back on Saturday, and I'll see you next Sunday. And until then, as I always tell you, keep an eye to the sky, because you'll always have something fun to look at.
Never wait for hot water again with a tankless water heater from Plumbing Experts. Tankless water heaters are easy, convenient, and now more affordable with a no-interest financing for up to 18 months. Stop with the cold showers and wasted water and call Plumbing Experts today.